drop shipping. You see all of the surface level success online, the money, the cars, the girls, the lifestyle, everything. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm even part of that issue. But what I do not post, what you do not see by pretty much anyone, is the hours and days spent in the trenches working when is extremely tough. There's also the family events you have to skip, the friends you have to leave behind, all of the stuff that nobody wants to talk about. Now, if you're coming into this business thinking it's going to be a walk in the park, you are in for a rude awakening. And I know I make silly jokes in other videos, but in this one, I'm not really f***ing around. As I start to see dropshipping getting more attention than it did before, it's starting to seriously worry me. I say this being someone who's already made tons of money with this business. If you're not built to deal with L's before you want to make the M's, you will not make it. Now, you don't have to be a part of the group that doesn't make it to the other side. I'm not saying dropshipping is impossible by any means. I've been doing dropshipping since 2017 and I've made millions of dollars with it. And through those many years, I've talked to both successful and unsuccessful people. And I've noticed some key indicators that you need to avoid if you want to stand a chance in this industry. If done correctly, it will make you a bright winner in a dark world filled with losers. Now, this first indicator or dark truth, as you heard from the title, is a fun one. A majority of people think that you can start dropshipping, instantly succeed, and just get stupid rich, and it's not really the case. I talked with the winner of our $100,000 challenge, where essentially we told people to start a dropshipping business, see how far you can get it, and in 60 days, whoever generated the most amount of revenue, they're going to win the prize money. The scary thing about that challenge was thousands of people entered. Thousands of people were working hard, or so I thought, working hard, and shockingly enough, less than 100 people submitted their results, which means less than 100 people even thought they had a chance to win the money, which is honestly terrifying. But on the bright side, someone did win the money. I got on a call with him a few days ago and I was listening to his success story, just trying to find some key indicators and key golden nuggets that really differentiated him compared to all of the people who signed up and then didn't really make anything happen. As we continued to talk on the call, I realized that there was one key thing that I noticed. It stuck out like a sore thumb, and it was the main reason he succeeded. He did not give up when stuff got extremely difficult. He explained to me that he started testing products over a year ago, and for a year straight was testing product after product after product without any success. It wasn't until his 101st product test, which is around when we started the challenge, where he got a little bit of motivation, and sure enough, that one finally clicked. You see, he could have easily given up after 10 products tested, 20, 50, honestly even 100, but he stuck with it even after testing 100 products for over a year. So on this point, you are not going to win quickly, but if you stay at it for long enough, you will see success. But there's something else that if you want a shot at succeeding, not really anyone talks about it. It's something that is called your ETA, which is estimated time of arrival, but more specifically, your arrival at success. How long is it going to take? You've probably started dropshipping already, so congrats to starting. Your veins are probably filled with motivation, but as time goes on, you start to slowly lose motivation. Maybe you wake up and don't want to work today. Maybe you take a few days off. You may even go look for another business to start because dropshipping just isn't getting you results quickly enough. Because in our minds, we think a month is a long amount of time to try something and become decent at it. I just urge you to take a step back and ask yourself if you're being too hard on yourself, if you are trying to rush success faster than it's even physically possible. You see, people like myself or the kid I just talked about who won the challenge, making hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month, and a lot of you guys compare yourself to us, and rightfully so. I just bought another Rolex to match my Porsche 911 Turbo S. I moved into this awesome house. I get to travel literally anywhere in the world that I want. My life is freaking awesome, and I hope all of you guys can one day achieve similar success. But here's the thing, you can go back on YouTube and look at when I was not successful. Go look at my videos from 2017. This takes time. To go even deeper, let's play a game real quick and let's lighten the mood. So if I were to guarantee you that you would make $100,000 in 12 months, so basically by the end of the 12 months, you'd be at $100,000 in income every single month, but the only contingency, the only thing you would have to do is test 10 products every single month for those 12 months. That would put you at the top 0.1% of earners in the whole world, and you'd only have to test, again, 10 products per month. Would you go out and do it? You probably would, or at least you say you would. So with all of that in mind, I'm telling you this because that is probably how long it's gonna take. Maybe it'll take 6 months, maybe 8 months, maybe 20 months, but it will come. The success comes when you earn it. Yes, some people get lucky, I accept that, but if you want to truly engineer all of this, that's pretty much what you need to do. But there's another dark truth, the third one that I want to go over. This one is not a fun one. Dropshipping requires a ton of mental bandwidth. You have to manage every single thing with your business, and it gets extremely difficult, especially when stuff starts working out very well for yourself. You have to manage your website, which will include conversion rate optimization, landing page, split testing, copywriting, and tons of other stuff. In short, dropshipping is a lot of work, and no one really says these dark truths. Yes, my business now is at the point where it runs pretty much with or without me. However, it's taken me a lot of time to get here, and it's going to take you a lot of time to also do this. It's not a hobby. I know a lot of people polarize this business on TikTok, showing off the supercars, going to the gym, eating out, and traveling the world. But again, it takes a ton of time to build up proper infrastructure to get there. The last dark truth is something that spooks me, because a lot of you guys have your compass set on one specific location that you think is where you need to go. You all know that when you fail, failure is part of success. You basically fail up until you succeed. So to really get into detail for it, I need to tell a story of two people, okay? They both went to the same exact college. They're the same exact age. Shockingly enough, they had the same exact budget to start dropshipping, and they were just Googling online like how to make money, and dropshipping popped up, and they both agreed that they were going to run their own stores, but do it together. So that's exactly what they did. They both picked 5 products that they were both going to test. Shockingly enough, they were the same exact products. So they both tested all 5 products, and they all flopped. None of them hit, none of them succeeded, none of them made a single dollar. The first kid shrugged it off. He didn't give a about the loss. He went and found 5 more products and just rapidly tested those next 5 products without much thought as to why those first 5 products failed in the first place. He did this because he thought this was the fastest route to success. If he just brute forces his way through all of these products, eventually one will hit. But here is where the story gets interesting. The second kid, he was a little bit more of a thinker, and so what he did was he analyzed all 5 of those products and looked at what they all had in common and realized that all 5 did not really solve any sort of problem to the customer. They were just kind of cool products that looked cool. And so he came to that conclusion that the products did not solve problems, and that was why the products did not succeed. So once he found that out, he moved forward and found 5 amazing products that were in specific niches, solving a customer's problem, and that's where he began to see some sort of success. So fast forward another month or two, and the second kid who actually analyzed his failures went on to generate $50,000 on his second month dropshipping, profiting over 20%. And the first person who just rapid fire spam tested, kept going, not really analyzing any failure he had, well, he was still stuck in this infinite loop of just testing random products, hoping that one would hit. Shocker, I completely bullshit this story. I wrote it up last night. It's a complete lie. But the fine lining in that story is that you need to study your losses. A lot of people, they go around like running this business, and if something doesn't work, it's just like they go and move on, and they don't actually extract value out of the products that are not working for them. This is the one thing that pretty much no one talks about, but this is how you improve in not just business, but in the world. You analyze your mistakes and you improve on them, and then hopefully you don't make the same mistake over and over again. This business does work. We'll be releasing a case study in the next few weeks, going over a store that we just recently took from $0, it was a brand new store, to over $70,000 in sales in just 7 days, for some more concrete proof that this is all possible. Also, the next video should excite you. I'm going to go over dropshipping in a whole new level of transparency, literally just sitting down for probably 30 minutes to an hour, telling you guys the ins and outs of this business, going through exactly what you need to do now to succeed. Hope you guys enjoyed my outstanding storytelling, and see ya.